Rhythm is life. Rhythm is soul. I say let's get it right this time. Let love unfold.
You know, I was, again, I was talking to a dear friend of mine today, you know, and I brought up the analogy that I hadn't used for ages, but it's like, how many light bulbs are there on the planet, do you reckon? How many light bulbs? And then how many different shape light bulbs are there, including neon lights and colored lights and different wattage lights? Yeah. How many of them are there on the planet? There's probably more light bulbs than there are people on the planet. Yeah. And you got a 2-watt bulb and a 50-watt bulb and a 100-watt bulb and a 1,000-watt bulb. Yeah. And all these bulbs are absolutely convinced that they're an individual. And the reason that I'm a 50-watt bulb and you're just a mere 10-watt bulb is because you don't try hard enough. Yeah? I got myself to be a 50-watt bulb. Yeah? I'm responsible for my brightness. And oh, look at me. I'm a neon bulb. I can bend and swerve and I've got all these different shapes and, you know, and I can go from red to green to white to yellow to blue. You're just a mere 50-watt, one-coloured light bulb. Yeah. And you get this big, bright 1,000-watt light bulb. It says, I'm a 1,000-watt light bulb. I make up 20 of you 50-watt light bulbs. And I'm responsible for my brightness. And I've worked hard to become this 1,000-watt light bulb. Of course, you know, the poor old 20-watt light bulb is going to have low self-esteem because it's not as bright as a 50-watt light bulb, and it doesn't seem, no matter how hard it tries, it just can't get there. And then it beats itself up and says, there's something wrong with me. I'm just this, you know, 20-watt light bulb, and, you know, and there's someone further up the chain that's a 50-watt light bulb. And then, oh my God, there's all these other people that, you know, are 1,000-watt light bulbs, and they're all enlightened light bulbs because they're 1,000-watt enlightened, right? So you have this whole story going on. Let's say there's twice the amount of light bulbs on the planet as there are people. Yeah, so around about 16 billion individual light bulbs on the planet, all feuding with one another, and some have got, you know, reasonable self-esteem and some don't. Then you got the poor little 2-watt light bulb. Oh my God. You know, and they're trying to become a 5-watt. They're trying. It doesn't seem, no matter how hard they try, they just kind of remain a 2-watt light bulb. So that's the story that's going on for all these 16 billion individual, independent light bulbs. Turn off the electricity and what happens to them? What is it that's really animating the light bulbs?
That's a good one, Terry. I like that one.
Yeah. So the light bulbs are, you know, taking themselves to be individual when what they actually are is source, which is the electricity. And the electricity's all the same. And if you like, the electricity is then manifesting as 60 billion so-called individual light bulbs that all have free will, and they're doing this and they're doing that. And I'm trying to become a 20-watt light bulb this year. I'm responsible for my brightness. That's actually what's happening with all the people.
So the other thing that I found, I mean, I totally get the analogy, and that's similar to my conceptualization of, the Brahman is the electricity and so on. But the other thing I found helpful is to not, I mean, I think if we go into the negation thing too much, like nothing really, I think the other way to look at it that I found helpful is the opposite of that, which is that every light bulb is precious in their own little fog of ideas or whatever it is, but every light bulb is equally precious and at the same time not precious. So I think it's a different way of looking at it.
Yeah, the 1,000-watt light bulb's got nothing on the 20. It doesn't have anything that the 20-watt light bulb doesn't also have. It's only mind that makes up the story about that. Everything's the same, or equal, if you like.